Hey friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm taking you on a tour of my craft room. Heidi Somble and Leah Knepp from DIY Beauty on Purpose put together this fun craft room tour collab. So that's what I'm participating in today, giving you guys a bonus video this week. But fair warning, this is not a Pinterest worthy space. This is not a beautifully organized space. This is what works for me and my filming so that I can create content for you guys. All right, let's get started. We're gonna start out with this little area here. This is just kind of my bigger item thrifted stash that I have ideas for content and just have not gotten to making these things yet, so they are sitting in a pile. I also have, oh my gosh, all of this Christmas stuff that is still sitting out. I never put it away, so yeah, it's probably gonna sit here until this coming Christmas, which is fine. But I'm filming on my phone today, guys. Well, I always film on my phone, but I hope there's not a ton of static and background noise that you guys hear, so I apologize if there is. But yeah, this is just my little most recent thrift hoard. I have some stools that I'm working on, these couple little stools that I've thrifted recently. I have a video idea for those, so I'm working on that. I'm working on probably 4 different videos at once right now. But my room, so here's my room. It is very long and narrow, so it was a little hard to come up with a way to organize it, or I've changed this room's layout several times and this seems to be the best function for me right now. Next up on this side, I have just some little storage rack shelving. This first white one here, I actually built for my son. He wanted a shoe rack to display all of his shoes on at one point. I built that a couple of years ago for him, and eventually he didn't want it anymore, so it became my storage. And then you'll see some projects that I've created on my channel. Like I said in recent videos, I have nowhere to put my projects anymore because I just have no more space in my house for them. So that's why I started my website. I will link it in the description box of all of my videos. And then we have this little clear bin organizer. You can see, I just have stuff sitting everywhere. This is storage slash mostly craft. But I have just all kinds of embellishments in this drawer, leather tags and some fun little steampunk pieces. I really want to use these on something, but because it's in a drawer, I forget that I have it. And then I have, these are I don't even know what you want to call this stuff. It's little sequin pieces. I don't know why my Velcro is in here. It doesn't belong in there. Other little embellishments. I have little furniture tacks, furniture hooks, beads, all that kind of stuff in here. This is a lot of randomness, mostly handles and knobs. I found these at Hobby Lobby on clearance. They were on clearance. They were originally $12 a piece. And they were on clearance for $3 and then 70% off of that. So I picked up 4 of them. I don't know what I'll use them on, but I thought they were really cool. And then my Dollar Tree, or no, these are Target ones. Target knobs, Dollar Tree knobs, whatever. I don't know why these roses are in here, but totally forgot I had these as well. And then I think the bottom one is just, yeah, that's just makeup in there. So we don't care about that. Moving on to this little rack. So this has a lot of my acrylic paints, not everything. Some puff paints on it. And I don't know, it's just layered. It's all layered in there. I want to build an acrylic paint holder or some type of paint rack because I have no idea what all I have. But down here I have some watercolors and more wash paints and stuff. This was from when I was in college. And then just some little organization for things that are small. Inside of here, I actually don't even know what's in here. Looks like some randomness. I bought this because I was so excited to use it. It's a little touch-up roller from Home Depot, and guess what? I've never used it. And then our backup roller, I have some little cork guys in here. Oh, you guys couldn't even see what I was looking at. Some little cork guys in here. Fairy lights. I have a bunch of fairy lights in here. This is ribbon scraps. I actually have 2 different places I put ribbon scraps, but randomness. And the door closed automatically on me, so I guess it's time to move on. The other side of the door, so I have all of my ribbons and yarn, not ribbons, my rope and yarn and baker's twine, like those things are all over here. This top one is mostly like the ropes, that kind of thing. Backup ribbon. I have ribbon somewhere else. This is like duplicates that I have. And then we have all kinds of like yarns and strings and all those fun, colorful twines that Dollar Tree came out with that I had to grab every color, but no clue what I'm gonna do with half of those. And then just, this is like all yarns down here. And then more Christmas stuff, pine cones and garland. And then I just have some signs that I've made on my site that this actually, I wanted to put this up somewhere and it ended up falling. So I need to figure out a better way to display this, but I absolutely love this piece. It is, let me set it down so you guys can see if you haven't seen this video. I absolutely love it. It says Jones Hive established 2015 and it has little bees. I absolutely love bees. So I need to find somewhere to put this to actually display it. And then moving along, I have another little storage cabinet here. This is just from Walmart. It's a really cheap one and it's gonna be really loud when I open it. But then I have on top of it just like a bin full of different frames, a lot of Dollar Tree frames, just various things that are too big to fit somewhere else. All right, apologize for the noise. Ugh, these bins are the worst. I think because this is so heavy on top of it too, it really doesn't help. But these are stickers. I don't know why they're in here. But this is another drawer of randomness, like Target dollar spot finds that I've had ideas to do things and then never got around to them. There's some like Christmas Dollar Tree wood pieces in here. Randomness, randomness. And the next one, I have a lot of frames in here. So a lot of Dollar Tree frames that again, I had ideas for and have not used them. I loved all these like galvanized things and I've seen people have some really cool ideas with those. I want to do something with them, just haven't done it yet. Little like shadow boxes from Dollar Tree. I love making shadow boxes. And then the bottom one has all of my vinyl in it. So, I mean, it's kind of a mess. Clearly you can see it's a mess, but contact paper. I use this stuff when I create stencils because I don't want to create stencils with vinyl that I'm going to throw away. So I use this. It works really well for me. I just have all different colored vinyls and stuff. And I also have a bunch of those like Dollar Tree, like sticker, wall sticker things in here because they're pretty long and I don't have somewhere else to put them. Numbers, peel and stick tile stuff. Moving along, so I have my little TV here because I have to watch TV while I'm crafting, have something on at least. And then underneath I have, I need to zoom out a little bit. Underneath I have, this is just full of fabric. So all different swatches, fabrics, leathers, all of that kind of stuff for projects. Literally overflowing, filled to the brim. Some raffia. That's actually a Hula Scoop over, Hula Scoop, oh my God. Hula skirt over there from the Dollar Tree. And then I have, so this is my big Home Depot storage unit. I bought 2 of these and this one I kept like fully together, like one solid piece. The other one I split up into 2 sections and that is actually what makes up my desks. So I have 2 standing desks here and I just built half of the frames and put a board on top that I work on. That's my work surface. So it works really well for me. I like to stand when I craft. So starting with the top, I have up there some like boxes that were from Dollar Tree, some gnomes, random things again. I have my like little canister of cement up there. I want to do some more projects with cement. I also have some, sorry, the light's in the way, I know. Chicken wire back there that I have 2 different sizes of. On this next shelf is all of my paint. Well, not all of, this is my like Waverly paints, spray paints, and then stains and sealers, things like that are on this shelf. Then I have tons of Dollar Tree and wood items on these next 2 shelves. So this bin is full of like signs that are like different sizes. I had done something with this one before. I'll probably redo it. I'm not a big fan of Easter decor. I don't even know why I made that. But yeah, this thing is like packed full. I can't even like pull things out to show you guys, but full of signs. And then I have these those hanging shelves that I was so excited to find these at my Dollar Tree. I grabbed 3 of them. They were the last 3. There was 1 box that my store got in, and that was it. A random empty ribbon roll, because why not? I can do something with this, you guys. I just don't know what yet. Who else is like that? Please tell me I'm not alone. But then I just have all kinds of other little like Dollar Tree frame sign things that I can craft with, along with all of the like smaller wood items I have. These are my actually Amazon popsicle sticks. I have other popsicle sticks somewhere else, I forget where. My like reed that I got from Amazon. So this is just like different wood things, different, sorry, it's gonna be so loud with all of the plastic. My like wood planks, like all of that stuff in here, my crates. And then these 3 bins here, while the bottom one, this has like dowels in it, and then these 2 are just scrap pieces that I don't want to throw away because I could use them on something, right? Okay, moving down to this bottom shelf, this is a lot of thrifted finds, or just like glass things that were like either a little taller or I didn't have somewhere else to put them. So just more randomness, which is exactly what this room is all about. I'm moving down to this corner on the other side of my shelf. This is the back corner of my room. And I have a bookshelf here. I made this over years and years ago. It was also in my son's room. Look how dusty that is. I'm sorry, you guys, that's gross. But it has my like Amazon beads. I have them in different sizes in each drawer. My numbers have started falling off of there. And then various ribbons. This is something my son made for me. Various ribbons that I have, and Dollar Tree is putting out fall stuff right now. So I grabbed some of the burlap ribbon because you know it's going to be gone in like a week. So I picked up some things that I would want to use in the fall now so that I have them. Otherwise you're never going to find them. And then I have, this is literally just more randomness. These are just like tubes from my vinyl that I don't want to get rid of because I use these on Christmas mailboxes that I make. They're really popular. I sold a lot of them last year, so I started holding on to things to make more this year. And then I just have like clear bins, storage bins that I need to organize myself better, which clearly has not happened yet. Then I have some like various Dollar Tree trays, mirrors. This is actually from Target. Those cutting mats that I've seen people DIY with, so I had to grab some. More randomness. I had an idea to do some like topiaries with these balls from Dollar Tree. I have never gotten to it yet. We'll see if I still do that. More random things. I have my glue. These are smaller glue sticks and like specialty glue sticks in here. Giant thing of wood glue. And then on the bottom, I have this is actually a jacket I got from Goodwill, and I thought it was a really cool texture and I want to put it on a project. So that's just sitting over here. And then I have tons and tons of burlap under here. Oh, I didn't even realize I had these mats. See the things I'm finding today, guys? Next to it, I have more randomness from like thrift store finds. This is actually my jewelry organizing mirror, hello. More thrift store finds, Dollar Tree things, items that I just didn't have somewhere else to put them, more like wood stuff, Target wood stuff, some wood rollers from the Dollar Tree, you know how it is. Okay, this is now the very back corner of my craft room, and that's where all of my, that's where a lot of my greenery florals are. They're in vases up on the ledge there in front of the window, and then I have this cube organizer, which again is full of random things. Plaid recently just sent me a box of goodies, so I have all of that stuff here. My son wanted to help organize it, so he, whoops, knocking things over. So he put all of my paints and the Mod Podges and things that they sent me out over here for display. And then I have all kinds of like shelf liners and rug gripper mats and things to make texture with on projects. There's nothing DIY related in those bins there. And then more florals. So these were some really pretty like burlap looking flowers that I found at the Dollar Tree recently, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I grabbed every single color because I thought they were beautiful and I want to use them in the fall, but they'll be gone by then. And then I just have more like random things over here, of course. Things that my mom has given me to craft with that she no longer wants. So like this really cute basket hanging thing, I want to remake that. I have bamboo over here, all kinds of randomness. You guys, this is like such a mess, but it's kind of organized chaos, if you know what I mean. And yes, my shoe rack is also over here with all my work shoes. And that's pretty much, oh no, that's not it. We have the whole other side of the wall to go through. Moving on to this side of the room, this is an armoire that I used to have clothes in, but you know, why put clothes in here when I can use it for craft stuff, you know? And I don't go into my office anymore, so there was just no reason for all the clothes to be sitting in here. Okay, so up top, this is mostly like planter things or floral items that you use with florals. So I have like planter baskets and things like that up here. Oh, I found these at the Dollar Tree recently. They're like, I think they're Christmas things that maybe they just never got in at Christmas time because of COVID. And they like finally arrived at the store, you know, months later. So I grabbed a couple of those for Christmas time. This is my second ribbon scrap storage. Oh, I totally forgot I had those ribbons up there. That's like a fur, like a faux fur ribbon. I can't wait to use that at the holidays. More like ribbons over there that I really don't use often. And then we have lots of planters, lots of little like buckets and moss and floral foam. And this is in here, well, stuff is covering it, is like my greenery, just like little pieces of greenery that I take off of picks and haven't used in case I need like a small piece for something. And then I have lots of like ropes and chains and stuff for hanging florals with, or hanging baskets with, I mean. Lots more floral planters back there. And then on the bottom, we have some, what is that called? Wallpaper, some wallpaper stuff I have. This is like vinyl. I use this on my dresser when I made over my dresser. I lined the drawers with that. I have some large canvases in there, paper scraps. I have lots of paper scraps in this bucket. I don't even know what else is in there. And then I have some of my like wreath forms back here. So embroidery hoops, bamboo wreath forms, things like that. Some more planters, random paper items. So now we can get into where I actually film and work for you guys. So I know you have to see my lights in the way, but it's very dark in this room without them. So this is my first standing desk. What's on top of it is literally just one of those project boards you can get at the Home Depot or at Lowe's. And I just set it right on top of this Home Depot storage, garage storage, industrial shelf unit thing, whatever you want to call it. But underneath, let me go on the other side. So underneath I have like tools that I use regularly, some paint brushes, paint markers, chalk markers, little like nut letter stamps, little items like that, like my pins are in here. I have rubber bands, staple remover, like stuff like that that I use when crafting. And then I have lots of glass items on this jar that are, or on this jar, on this shelf that are smaller. So I have like some smaller glass vases to craft with, things like that. On the bottom, this is just literally a little garbage can full of rags that I use whenever I'm wiping things down. I have my solo wood flowers in this bin. This bin has scrap in it, or projects that like I didn't like and just put in there to maybe come back to another time. Then on this one, I actually really love this little popsicle stick wreath that I made, and I need to find somewhere to put this or like reinforce it a little bit because it's a little bit, not really flimsy, but I think if I put it outside it'll blow away because it's so light. But in here I just have like pop-up stickers, various like more texture items that I can use on projects. I have transfers in here. Actually, I have a lot more transfers. These are just like the greenery ones. And then those like tiles that Dollar Tree was selling for a while. I want to do something with those. And then I have some napkins in here for decoupaging. And then cleaning supplies. And that last bin over there just has paper in it, craft paper. All right, and then this is my main desk that I work on. So I also have like oh my God, guys, I cannot talk today, I'm sorry. Projects that I'm currently working on. So you will see these in upcoming videos as well as on my back desk. On the back desk, I usually put things that either I have an idea for that I'm going to work on in an upcoming video, or I'm currently working on that like needs to be set to the side to dry or something like that. So this desk has my glue guns on it. I know it's a mess. It's not pretty to look at. I'm sorry, but you don't usually see this in my videos. But I have my heat tool here. My husband just added this little piece of wood to my desk for it because I was setting this on the ground and I didn't want it to start burning things. So it just has a little hole that when I'm done, I can just set it right through there and then it's not touching anything. It's not gonna burn or melt anything, and I love it. It's so handy. Coming over from this view of my craft room, so this is usually where I stand. I have my little phone arm right here. He comes down from my ceiling. I just have like a drop ceiling up here, so I just hook him on to the top of my ceiling, and my phone goes right here, and then it aims down at my work surface. So that's how I film for you guys. And then this little thing is amazing. I don't have air conditioning in this room, so my husband bought me this little Arctic air guy, and I will just have that running while I am crafting when it's a hot day, which is summertime, so a lot recently. But then looking at my shelves underneath of here, so this is like my right in front of me, like all my tools. So things I'm always grabbing for. So my screwdriver, my pliers, my tape measure, things like that. And here I have clamps. Here I also have clamps like on the side so that I can just grab small little ones over here if I need them. Then I have lots of glues. This is all glues in here, various types of glues, E6000, super glue, Mod Podge, all that stuff. Rags on the bottom. This is also scrap paper in there. I have all my stencils in this one. So just full of different stencils. This is just random things like sponges and some of my Tim Holtz stuff in there. And then I have somewhat organized, guys. It's not a total disaster. But I have tape and twine in this one. More tools over here. My Crocodile, which I got because of Heidi Samble. I have yet to use it, but I can't wait to use it. And then, oh, I have like straws in this one. Wax paper, stuff like that. So that is this side. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I have my joint compound. If you've been watching me, you know I have a whole big bucket from my bathroom renovation that I'm still working through. So, all right, and then the last thing, well, almost last thing that I have over here is this little like rolling cart right next to me as well. On top, I just have some like sandpaper that I use on projects, tools like safety glasses, spackle, little things like that. And then in the drawers, I have tons of tumbling blocks and like little small wood pieces, like these little, what are they, like feet for pieces, those like Dollar Tree dominoes I have in here. I've had all kinds of ideas for and haven't done anything with. In here I just have like different like command strips and things to like hang up projects or pieces, double-sided tape, stuff like that. And then in the bottom one I have like wooden letters, words, those like galvanized words, sticker letters, transfer, those rub-on transfer letters are under here. So that is what is right next to me on this cart. Lastly, I have my Cricut on my back table. Oh, this is also where I hang up all of my like wire wreath forms. I have two little things right here to hang them up. I don't even know if you can see them. There's one on the bottom too, where I hang my wreath forms at. And then I have this amazing IKEA, I forget what this is called. I'll put it on the screen. I put this in my last craft room organization video, but this is like all of my paintbrushes, my like Cricut tools and tools that I use all the time, glue sticks, scissors, rollers. I reach for this thing constantly and I love having it just right next to me while I'm working. So that is it for my craft room. Another quick view from this angle, but thanks guys for coming along, even though this is a hot mess. I hope you guys enjoyed that little sneak peek into the life of a content creator, DIYer, crafter, and this giant mess behind me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.